Members of the KwaZulu-Natal government will visit various schools across the province today to inspect the rollout of the school nutrition programme. Now, thousands of school children were left without meals at school over the past few weeks when the KZN government opted to use one company to implement the programme. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is tracking that story for us this morning. Karinda, it's had such a devastating impact, and today is a good day to see how implementation is going, given that the department has, as I understand it, decided to go back to the original way that the school nutrition programme was being handled.
Yes, Michelle, good morning to you. Now, the department has reverted to the old format of implementing the system. So instead of using one service provider, they're going to be using several service providers across KZN's 10 districts to supply and deliver food. Now, the challenges arose when one company was given this 2.1 billion rand tender to supply food to KZN schools. This is KZN Retail. But last month when schools opened, many schools were left without food and some schools received rotten food. Now, despite this, KZN Retail, of course we know, has since withdrawn from the contract they had with the KZN government, but they say they want to be paid out for services they said that they provided. So that matter now is under investigation. A probe has been ordered by the KZN Premier, who's going to be in the Pinetown district today, and we're going to speak to her to ask about this probe and what's going to happen going forward and why KZN Retail was given this R1 billion tender. Now, of course, at the core of this issue, Michelle, is the fact that poverty and unemployment is only rising countrywide. And across KwaZulu-Natal's rural areas especially, this meal that's provided through the school nutrition program is often the only meal that a child has for the day. And if they go without that meal, then they're left hungry while trying to focus at school. So, of course, this program under scrutiny for an important reason, because it looks at the fact that it speaks to poverty rising countrywide and families that are trying to make ends meet. So indeed, we're going to be asking questions about that probe. Her visit will start at 9 o'clock. I'll give you an update with her at that time.
Karinda, before we let you go, so is she doing a random sampling of the schools in the province? That surely should be the aim, right? To see just a random test of whether the nutrition program is working on this Tuesday morning.
Indeed. So certain schools have been selected for this visit. It is indeed, from what we understand, a random visit where they'll head to the school and ensure that the school nutrition program and the food that is supposed to be supplied to the school has arrived today. She's not the only government representative that will be doing a visit. The Education MEC will be in Ladysmith at a school there doing the same visit, and the government representative responsible for business and government, so that's MEC Siko will be in the Umgungundlovu district, so that's near the Pietermaritzburg area, also doing the same visit. Really, we're seeing now these government officials go to these three schools to perhaps present themselves and ensure that the program is actually being implemented. But over and above that, they must also receive a report from KZN's over 5,000 schools to ensure that each and every school that has been given the opportunity to have this program, to have food provided for the children there, that they actually receive this food. So perhaps by midday today, we'll actually have a count of how many schools have received their food and whether or not this program is being implemented successfully as it should be for the children.
Many of these children depending on the nutrition program for their only meal of the day. Karinda Jagmohan will touch base with you again as that oversight visit gets underway in KZN this morning.